I only have 4 words for this movie. Harry Styles can act. I just got back from watching Dunkirk, and oh my god. Dunkirk is the newest Christopher Nolan film starring most notably Mark Rylance, Kenneth Branagh, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, and Harry Styles in a surprisingly great acting ability for a pop star. I do apologize if I keep looking down because I have my notes and the IMDb for Dunkirk pulled up just in case I need it. But I just got back from the movie, so I haven't really sorted out all my thoughts yet. I will try not to do very many spoilers since this is a very, very new movie. I literally saw the first screening at my theater that they had available. Dunkirk is a World War II story of Allied soldiers from Belgium, Great Britain, and France that have been surrounded by German soldiers and are trying to be evacuated. But the sea around Dunkirk beach is too shallow for any of the warships, so civilians travel across the channel from Great Britain to Dunkirk to help save and transport these soldiers. This is a fairly unknown story, and there have been only a few movie accounts of it, but this, I feel, is a great account. I might be biased mostly because I have a very deep love for Christopher Nolan. I mean, I even took a class studying Christopher Nolan. For the first probably 2 acts of this film, it's very little dialogue, which I really appreciate because it's more of a see and not tell kind of thing. There is not much explanation used, and you kind of have to infer from certain things that are shown or text cards that are put up of what will or is going to be happening. Every single one of his movies, Christopher Nolan always does a great job with casting, and this is probably one of his most badass castings yet. Aside from, I think, Heath Ledger as the Joker, I don't think anyone will get over that, though. Tom Hardy is tip-top Tom Hardy badassery in this movie. It's insane how much of a badass he is, and you can only see his eyes. Which, even though I haven't seen the movie, it gave me a lot of vibes of the movie Walk, where he is just in his car driving and talking on the phone the entire time. If you look on the IMDb page, the top billed cast is not even the people that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. It's all somewhat new, unheard of actors who follow pretty much the entire storyline of the movie. And speaking of new actors, Harry Styles is surprisingly great in this movie. I'm mostly surprised because I did not have high hopes for him coming in, even though I had heard that he was actually fairly great in this movie. He wasn't the best character, but I mean, he was pretty good for being a pop star. And I'm not saying that in a biased way or anything. I've never actually been much of a One Direction fan, but more recently I've kind of been getting into a little bit of Harry Styles, and I can dig it. I did predict when I first got into the theater that there would probably be a couple little teeny bopper girls that were just coming to the movie for Harry Styles alone. And as I predicted, 5 minutes before the movie starts, during like one of the last previews, these 3 girls walk in and sit directly in the row in front of me. They stayed there for maybe 35 to 45 minutes, just until you see Harry Styles on screen for the first time and do maybe a little bit of acting. After he was on screen for maybe 5 minutes, they whisper to each other, get up and leave. Why would you pay $12 to see a pop star in a movie and you don't even stay for the whole thing? But you know, that's their money, their whatever. But I mean, you would know what this movie is from the previews, and not just because Harry Styles is in it. It is definitely a war movie. There is definitely death and blowing people up throughout the entire thing. One thing I thought was kind of funny, and this is just funny to my nerdy self because I love connecting actors from one movie or TV show to another. There was a guy for the last third of the movie that Harry Styles and his little group of friends meets up with to get into a boat. And this guy's actually in an episode of Doctor Who this past season, playing a military guy. If you notice him, let me know. And now it's time for what I would rate this movie. I would probably give this an 8.5 out of 10. It's probably one of my favorite Nolan films to date. After maybe The Prestige or The Dark Knight, I am a big fan of both of those movies. No matter what my rating is, I definitely think you should see this. And if you have, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, subscribe, and while you're down there, leave a like because it makes me really happy. I post new videos every Tuesday. Most of the time they're movie related, but sometimes they're life vlogs like the one that's going up this Tuesday. And stick around for Sunday. I have a very special video going up at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, whoever you are. Leave a comment in the comments down below telling me who you are, and let's be friends. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye!